Hello and welcome to the Getting Started video for question 2 Mint. And this problem will be implementing the Mint class and the Coin class. So in this question, Mint is the place where coins are made, and we'll be implementing the Mint class so that we can output a coin with the correct year and worth. And a few things of note that might be helpful to you is that each Mint instance has a year stamp, and the update method sets the year stamp to the present year class attribute of the Mint class. The create method takes a subclass of coin and returns an instance of that class stamped with the Mint's year, which may be different from the Mint.present year if it has not been updated yet. And lastly, a coin's worth method returns the cents value of the coin plus 1 extra cent for each year of age beyond 50. And how you would determine the coin's age is by subtracting the coin's year from the present year class attribute of the Mint class. So if we take a look at the two classes, we'll see in our Mint class, we have a present year variable or attribute set to 2021. We have an init method, which we'll call update. And this update method, it will set the Mint stamp to the Mint.present year. So it sets the year stamp to the present year class attribute. And then if we look at the coin class, we also see another init method that will set the year to this year that you pass in. And we see it has two subclasses, nickel and dime, and each with different cent variables. So cent equals 5 in the nickel and cents equals to 10 in the dime. So if we look at the doc test, we see we're first creating a new Mint instance in the first line. So by creating this Mint instance, we're going to call the init function, and this init function is going to call update, and this update will set the year stamp to the present year class attribute of the Mint class. So then that's why Mint.year returns 2021, because it set this present year value to the year stamp. And then next we're creating a dime. So we're calling the create function inside the Mint class. And this function takes in a coin subclass and creates an instance of it. So if we look at the coin classes, we'll see that neither of the subclasses have an init function. And that's why it inherits the init method from the coin class. And you'll see it, the init function in coin takes in a year. So to create these coin instances here, we can use the year instance attribute in Mint to set the year in nickel or dime. So if we take a look here, our year attribute was 2021, and if we pass it in and create the coin subclass, so we wanted to create a dime, and we pass in 2021, and it'll set the year to the year attribute in coin to the year we pass in. So that's why dime.year is 2021. So now we want to set the class attribute present year to 2101. So time has passed. And now we want to create a new coin. We want to create a nickel. So we passed in this nickel subclass. And we see here that nickel.year is 2021. And that's because the Mint has not updated its stamp yet. So even though the present year is now 2101, when we create the coins, we're passing in the year attribute of Mint. So that's why nickel.year is 2021. And then when we calculate the nickel.worth, when we call this worth function, we saw earlier here that the worth method returns the cents value of the coin plus 1 extra cent for each year of age beyond 50. And that you can calculate the age by subtracting the coin's year from the present year class attribute. So now it's the year 2101, and its initial year is 2021. So now this coin is 80 years old. So 2101 minus 2021 should be 80. And then we only care about every year beyond 50. So we subtract 50 and we get 30. So 30 plus 5 is 35, and that's what it returns. So now we're going to call this update mint. So the mint year is now 2101. And then we're going to say more time passes, and the present year is 2176. So again, this update over here, it updated the year attribute, this one, to 2100 because that's what present year was set earlier. So now we are creating a new dime and we're going to look at the worth. So again, the year is 2101 and the present year is 2176. So we subtract that and we get 75 years. So the coin's age is 75, and then we subtract 50 and we get 25, and then the initial worth here is 10. So we add 10 to here. So that's how we get 35. And now in this case, we're creating a new instance of mint. And then we're creating a dime and we're checking the worth. So this new mint has the current year as the, its like year stamp is 2176, because when we created this new mint instance, it's when we initialized it, the present year was 2176. So we set the year to 2176. So its worth is still 10. But we see the initial dime we created over here. Its like year is 2021. So 2176 minus 2021 should be 155. So the coin is 155 years old. Then you subtract that by 50. And you add 10 and you should get 115. And now we want to upgrade the cents value to 20. So now each dime is technically worth 20 cents. And now when we call worth, because the worth is the cents value plus the 1 extra cent for every year of age beyond 50, we add 20 instead of 10. And then it's still 155 years old, and then we subtract 50 to get every extra year of age beyond 50, and we get 125. So hopefully you have a better understanding of the mint class now. You can take some time to work on it on your own, and if you're stuck, you can feel free to come back and I'll go over or I'll write some hints in the code. Okay, so welcome back. So just to reiterate what I said earlier, this create method, it returns an instance of kind with the stamp of year. So it returns an instance of kind with the stamp of year. So yeah, and then the update, it sets year to present year. And then in worth, if you look back here, it returns the cents value of the coin plus 1 extra cent for each year of age beyond 50. And okay, so that would be, you would want to return the subclass cent value plus, so this subtraction present year minus the year of coin minus 50 This value can be negative if it's less than 50 years old, so we want to take the max of that and 0. So hopefully that should be enough to get you started. Good luck, and feel free to come to office hours if you're stuck and ask us any more clarifying questions. Good luck.